Okay. If I need to start reading, what do you suggest?
You search what? Start reading. Yeah, you know, I advise you to
Yes.
read read the New Testament, because the Old Testament is more complicated. Need like it's a because the Old Testament is a history about Israel and Moses and etc. The New Testament is a lot lighter to understand, and it's for me it's a lot more important than anything else, because the Messiah, this is the Messiah, he came. You see, the Jews, they were waiting, all the prophets before Jesus, they were preparing for his coming. So
Yes.
the
Yes, I
Old
know that.
Testament is important. I'm not saying it's not important, it's extremely important, but everything is like, you know, we are building an airport. The whole purpose of the airport is not the airport, is the one who is going to land in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So the Old Testament is like the airport, God preparing, our Father preparing for the Messiah to come. All those prophets who came before is to prepare for him, his coming, when it is time for him to come. So, and he came. So for me, it's important to know about the Old Testament. But for you, as a person who is beginning in the beginning to learn about the Messiah, I advise you to start reading the New Testament. You can pick up any Bible of those, the four, and you start reading them. And there is interpretation in the internet for every verse. Every verse you can search what
Okay.
this, you know.
So the New Testament is Luke, Mark.
It's four books.
Uh,
Four books. Yes.
Only four books.
Yes,
Okay.
the New Testament. No, the four Bibles, but inside them there's other written, like, you know, Revelation, etc. But there are four Gospels.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Four witnesses give us a perfect image. And you know, the good thing about having four witnesses is it's like, you know, if you go to school and I put a picture in front of the student and I say to them, I want every one of you to write down in the paper what you see in this picture. You will see each one of them, he will write different description, even though they are looking at one picture. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, of course.
Because even though it's the same image, it's a picture, it's not even moving, still everyone he will describe something the other one maybe he did not describe. So it was the inspiration of God to make it in four witnesses so they can complete each other. This is why somebody might say to me, why it is not saying exactly here, this in the verse, what it says there. It should not say that, because simply they are four witnesses, and they are, because if the book of John is exact copy of the book of Mark, then they would not need the book of John,
Mm.
right? You know what I mean? Then we cannot call it the
Yeah.
book of John. Then we call it only the book of Mark, because that's it. Mark, if this is the same word, so what the point? So they complete the image, and they complete the understanding for us as a Christians. I believe we have a brother here wanna call us. Let us see somebody here. Uh,
Oh.
yeah.
Hello.
Ahmad, you wanna stay? We have ask.
I need to go, but thank you very much for your time.
All right, my friend.
My
But
mom's calling me.
all right, my friend. Call me anytime you want. If you have a questions, I will be happy to answer you. And I'm happy that you decide to
Thank
leave Islam.
you very, 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 very much.
All right, my
Okay,
friend.
bye.
Take care. And this is why we say it's very important for us as a Christians to not to be angry from the Muslims, calling them names. As you see, this gentleman, he is in the front door of the Messiah, and soon he will knock at his door, and the Messiah, he says, knock and I will open for you. Today he decided to leave Islam, and as I heard from him, he is from a Shia family. Happy for him. And soon he will be the good seed in his household, and God knows how many people he will bring out of this cult. So it's very important for us as a Christians to always have the spirit of the Messiah. Yes, sometimes me myself I get angry, but nothing wrong with being angry, but don't be hateful. You know what I mean? Sometimes you are angry why people don't understand. Sometimes you get angry why people they are doing not what expected. Like, you know, and the other day I said we want to have more viewers, and people they start calling me names, and yet they call themselves Christians just because I said I didn't, you know, we deserve more. Instead of appreciating what we are doing, some people start calling me. So that make me angry. But then I have inside me, I have the love of the Messiah, and I'm not going to hate anyone for putting me down. I know what I'm doing. I trust who I am. I'm confident in my faith, and let people say whatever they want to say. Always remember that when you answer a Muslim, you are trying to be an ambassador of Christ. So don't use the F word, otherwise you are no Christian. If a Muslim he is being filthy and you answer in a filthy way, that's mean you are both is you belong to the same God. You belong to the same God, because if your God is the Messiah, you will not use the F word and answer him using the F word, unless you made a mistake and you repent. So if we go down to the level of the devil and we speak the same level, that's mean we are no better. We always we have to have the spirit of Christ in order to be. It's like, you know, I don't know how to explain to you. Sometimes we have to use some images to explain things. Like, imagine you have a light and you have electricity, but you don't have a switch, or you have a switch but you don't have electricity, and you have a light. I mean, you have the lamp. Okay, the light will not come on even you have a lamp and you have a switch. So in order to make the light happen, you have to have all the requirement, and the requirement of Christ is the first is to forgive and to love. Well, if Sam he wanna call, he can call me. He knows my Skype. We do not need invitation. Actually, I receive already in Skype many messages of people leaving Islam, and I'm happy for them. Look at this beautiful message I received before I start my broadcast today. I'm not going to show a name for the security of the person, but this is what this person he said. I love watching your debate. I think you are special. Not everyone blessed with this. I put you on my pray, the Holy Spirit always, etc. But let's see the other one. I pick up the wrong message. There's the one who left Islam. Let us see which one. Where is the person? You know, because you get too many messages, it's hard to even find out which one is the one who left Islam. Here we go. Hi sir, I am from Indonesia. I want to leave Islam because of you. I have to admit that the Quran full of errors, so it cannot be from the true God Muhammad, and Muhammad did many stupid things, immoral. And I said to him, happy for you, my friend. And this is right before I start. As you see, it what was 8:42 in my time. So people are leaving Islam not because, you know, they notice that here there is honesty. They are not lying to us. In the beginning, a Muslim will be upset, will be angry. It's fine. That's a good sign, actually. A person who he have a jealousy, he's a good person at the end of the day. He's not a bad person, especially if his jealousy is about the truth. He think he have the truth. Give him a chance.